Hey everyone, it's Anne Manera, and we are coloring today in a new color along book. So this book started a few days ago. We are on color along volume 19. I can't even believe that there's been 19 volumes of this book, but today's topic is burnishing. So I'm excited. To join you today to color in this book with the burnishing technique. And I'm going to be using colored pencils for this. It's usually what you would use for burnishing, or you could use crayons actually, but colored pencils work really well. I'm using Derwent Color Soft colored pencils, and these are a soft core colored pencil. This is a 12 pack, which you don't really need very many colors. So for today's color along, we are coloring our second page of the book, and it is Let Your Life Be Your Art. And I'm going to pop a piece of cardstock behind so that, this way it has, I always like to keep a piece of paper behind everything I color, because it allows for no bleed through, which of course we're not going to have bleed through with colored pencils, but it also allows for any marks to be made on the page following. Now, if obviously, well, I mean, even if you've got this printed out, you could do the same thing. Today's page can also be found in my book, Chase the Sun. This is an inspirational coloring book, and I'll just do a quick flip through. And it just basically has these pages that are set up like this, that has these different three-word statements, three or four word statements. Try new things, master your craft, nourish your soul. So this type of thing. Get out of your comfort zone. Ooh, that's on an uncomfortable one, right? Nothing but blue skies. So they're positive. It is well with my soul. These are nice to maybe use this for a card or send to a friend. Think happy thoughts. Frame them. Embrace your own pace. Don't you hate when people tell you that you have to go faster at whatever you're doing, or why are you taking all your time? Purpose fuels passion. Oh, there's a good one. I think I live my life with purpose through this phrase here. Purpose fuels passion. If you're passionate about something, if you have a purpose, you'll become passionate. Kind words cost nothing. Oh, truer words could not be said. Always choose adventure. No rain, no flowers. Whew, no pain, no gain. That could be like that, right? Good things take time. I am endlessly evolving. This book is available on Amazon as two forms, actually. A coloring book. This is the page we're doing today. And it's also available as a Kindle book in full color. So kind of a Kindle inspirational book. And I'll pop the links in the description of this video, so if you want to take a look. Allow for delays. Chase the Sun. There's the name of the book, right? Chase the Sun. That always reminds me of you're chasing something that maybe you can't achieve. But if you chase the sun, you can also be chasing something that is maybe a goal. So the sun could be that goal. See the world. Your story matters. Get out there. Cherish every minute. And there's 2 copies of every page in this book. Find your fire. Master your craft. So I'm going kind of like with the doubles here, but the dupes. So there's two copies of every page. You can see all of the pages that are here. There's actually 20 pages in this book. So there's 40 pages to color altogether. And I think it's a fun book for any age. So we're going to be working on this page today, Let Your Life Be Your Art. And as you can see right here over to the right, I have the schedule of all of the color alongs that are happening for this book. And we're going to be coloring this book all the way until October 13th. So I'm super excited about that. So today's topic, burnishing. Let's talk about burnishing. Burnishing is all about allowing whatever you color to have no transparency whatsoever. So you want it to be as opaque as possible. You're layering your colors like crazy, crazy, crazy. You're pressing really hard, but not so hard that that'll be your final layer. So at the end result, you'll have a sheen. So what we're going to do with this page is we are going to color the letters in a solid color. I'll color each letter, I don't know, each letter a different color, I guess. Or we could color these and then color this one a different color. And then we're going to just take care of the background in a different way. we'll do a lighter color in the background. So let's get started. So this one is Deep Fuchsia. I'm just going to start out with my L. Now, I'm going to go over with kind of a medium, I would say this is a medium pressure. And you can see, if you look closely, that you can kind of see the graininess of this pencil. Okay? Now, I've got some kind of light to medium pressure happening here. You can see the difference. Now I'm going to go back over it. And I'm going to go back over it so that it has a sheen to it. I guess a sheen is different than a shine. What is the definition of a sheen? Oh no, I guess I should know that. The official. I don't know the official definition of sheen versus shine. It basically, it reminds me of painting something with multiple coats. Now, I've got a couple of different layers on here. And it's got kind of a shininess to it, or it's got kind of like a, I don't know how to describe it. You can't see through it, so it's completely opaque, right? I'm gonna go to a different color. Let's make this a fun page with all different colors. This one is blue. These are a nice soft core lead, which means they have to be sharpened a lot. So I don't know if that's a con or a pro or a con. I'm not really a pro versus con person. You know, people make a list. What's the pros? What's the cons? Just gonna toss my little dog friends, Paisley and Scarlet, a couple of biscuits. Okay, so, well, oh, I need to remind you all, if you could subscribe to my YouTube channel, it would be super, super, super fantastic. I'd really appreciate it. I don't have very many subscribers. Kind of bums me out, but if you're watching, give it a thumbs up, like this video, you know, this way you get, and this way hit that bell so you get notified every time I post a new video. That would be fun too. And the color along videos for this book are posting this is called Bright Orange, every Monday and Thursday. So today's Thursday. Every Monday and Thursday, right here on my YouTube channel. The other day we had a lot of fun with the pointillism page on Monday. That was cool. And I'm just going to give it, you know, as heavy of a pressure as I'd like. I mean, you can see that, I don't know if you caught that my pencil tip kind of broke there. Kind of just popped, you know. Scarlet, what's happening next to me here? Huh? What's going on? Scarlet says, I don't know, but I think maybe I'd like to color. Imagine if a dog could talk. All right, so we've got this yellow here. Let me see if I can help her. Hold on a second. So the yellow, what is this yellow called? Deep Cadmium. Do they all have numbers? Oh, yes, they do. This is C040. I love a Derwent product. Derwent products are my favorite. Faber-Castell, Stadler, however you say that. Although I do love a Crayola. You know, sometimes you find all these crazy brands of coloring supplies on Amazon. And you kind of get like, well, I don't know if this happens to you, but it happens to me. It's like, what should I get? Should I get this? Should I get that? Sometimes I also think I don't really need anything else to color with. I have a few different products that I really just feel like I need to replace them. Hold on, let's tell Scarlet that this is the last one. Scarlet, this is the last one. It's the last one, girls. Now, see, the other product, so I have a few products that I really need to replace, like my Faber-Castell grip markers. I probably should replace those, or get a new set. Not replace, but get a new set. Some of the colors will burnish easier than others. So if you notice, this indigo color that I'm using, which is a blue, really seems to be covering much better than the previous colors that I've used. Scarlett, you need to lay down, sweetheart. Come on, lay down, baby. Lay down. Sit down. Lay down. It's funny that this set doesn't have a... Well, no, it does have red. This is red. Let's put this light green in here first before we move on to the red. And, I mean, this is really a technique that, hey, make sure that the back, you do have a page underneath it, because the pressure that I'm using here is definitely going to be felt throughout the rest of the book, the rest of the pages. So just pressure. I mean, this is a pretty easy technique to use. This is a nice soft one too. I don't think there's anything fancy about it, but this is also a great technique to use if you're coloring something where maybe you have some flowers in it, in the page, or some different objects, and you want to apply this particular technique to the page. Without doing the whole page like this. So maybe you want to apply just a couple of different areas of your page in this. You want to just apply this technique to just a few different areas. All right, what other color should we include? I really think that brown just doesn't get enough attention in coloring books when we're coloring. Oh, wow, that one really broke, didn't it? Whew, that was a sharp tip. I better sharpen this again. Hold on a second. Give it a quick sharpen. Okay. And oh my goodness, this one is just not performing as it should. And here I am thinking the brown is going to be, you know. And of course you've got that dust. That dust that pops off the pencil that happens is called the bloom. It's called bloom. Have you heard that term where it's bloom? Let's add some orange next, just like we did the tea. And just, again, just really just heavy pressure. That's really what it's all about. It's all about that, this heavy pressure, to create just that really, really opaqueness. So I guess we want to remember to create a heavy pressure. We want to remember to create it to have it become opaque, and we want to make sure that there's a sheen. I guess those would be the three key points of it. Call it the bottom line of burnishing. And for that background, I'm going to do something funky back there. I don't know. I'm going to have to do something interesting. I'm not going to color all those different things. I do want it to remain as just maybe a pattern that's back there. So a nice contrast would be some light colors or some lighter pressure with everything. Or, I don't know, we could leave it uncolored back there. I think I might leave it uncolored. Maybe. I haven't decided yet. We'll have to think about it. What should be next here? I think I'm going to go with blue for the B. So here's the B here. And this, notice I'm leaving the spaces uncolored that are inside the letters. But this, it reminds me of just painting something over and over and over. If you've ever painted a room in your house maybe, and you have just like, you know, painted it over and over and over and given it one, maybe, I don't know, how many coats of paint? I don't think I've ever done more than 2. I think after 1, I'm like, I'm done. But there is a difference. Although I did paint my kitchen with a couple of coats. I think I did 3 actually. I think I did a primer. Man, that took a long time. A primer and then 2 coats of paint. Oh, that was a long time ago. I don't know if I want to do it again. Ever get to that point? Well, this is it. This is the color it's staying for the rest of its life, right? Okay. Now we've got this green color, which is called, oh, appropriately named, green. This was a fun book to create. You know, some books that I self-publish and create and put on Amazon, I draw by hand. And others, like this one right here, like this page is from Chase the Sun, I create with the aid of the computer. So either I'll create it in the computer using Adobe Illustrator, or with using kind of a lot of typography, and maybe I take different elements that are throughout the page and then kind of move them around on the screen. Or I'll also use Procreate to create it. Or sometimes I use a Wacom tablet, which I haven't used that in a while, but I guess I used that way before my iPad with Procreate. And a Wacom tablet is similar to what you use with Procreate with your iPad with like an Apple Pencil, but you're not drawing directly on the screen. You're actually drawing on a tablet, and then what you're drawing comes up on the computer screen. So it's a lot of eye and hand coordination. We've come a long way in technology. All right, so here is just this yellow color that we've been using. And I like to kind of put different colors, repeat the colors, just to kind of have them be, just repeat the colors so that you can actually bounce your eye around. Let's add some blue next for the R. Now, if we want to take one of the words throughout the page, and make it really stand out, then we could use it in all one color for all three letters. And the word I would want to have stand out in this page is the word art. So one of the things that we have not done, just going to give this a quick tapping. One of the things that we have not done on this page is we have not mixed any colors. And one of the colors that I like to mix with a colored pencil is white, because white will soften it and it will really, really, really change that color. So as we take a look at what we've done here, I want to make sure that there's a word throughout this phrase, let your life be your art. And I want to say that art is the prominent word. So let's make that the prominent word by coloring it a certain color. Now, I could color it black, right? So it will really pop out. Or we can pick a color that we have never used throughout the page, and we could color it that. Or, which we haven't used black. Or we could also use one of the colors that we have used, for example, like this indigo color, and then we could mix it with white. So let's see what happens with that. So I'm going to give just an example of how that would look. Let's give it a test. So let's move on to this page here. Now here is what it would look like as a burnished color, and here is my white color. Now what is going to happen with this? Oh, I kind of like it. Look how it's making a totally different color. Let's do it that way. All right, so now, and I don't know if I'm going to actually press as hard when I do the first color. So let's not press as hard when we do this color. Let's use light to medium pressure. And when you think about that, that comment, right, or that definition of what kind of pressure I'm using, light to medium pressure, I'm identifying it as, it's different for everybody, don't you think? All right, so I'm using the same color on all three of these letters because I want this word art to be my prominent word in this affirmation, statement, phrase, whatever we want to call this. Let your life be your art. You can find creativity anywhere in life. It doesn't have to be something that is with like fine art. It could be cooking, it could be singing, it could be gardening. There's so many different things. Sewing. All right, so now I'm going to take my white, and with the white I'm going to apply a heavier pressure so it's more of a burnished look. And look how that is changing. How awesome is that? And of course, I can kind of go around in different ways, in different directions with this, and I'll probably still get the same result because of how it's blending. So just applying that pressure right there makes the world of difference. Look at that. Pretty cool, I must say. Now, I actually have made the decision in my little head here to not color the background. I'm going to leave the background uncolored. I really like how this looks with the letters solid like this in this burnishing technique. And I really like that it became more of just a pop of the word, of the phrase. And I'm going to leave it uncolored. I mean, you could go back and you could use a different medium if you wanted to. You could use watercolor pencils. You could use watercolors. You could use chalk pastels. That would look cool behind there too. I'm going to leave it uncolored. I think I like it. Something we never really do. Sometimes I mean, just because it's okay, I guess, is what I'm trying to tell you. It's okay to leave an area of your coloring page uncolored. You know, you don't have to always fill in every area. It's like you don't have to eat all your food, right? That type of thing. So this is let your life be your art. Burnishing color along. I'm so happy that you joined me today. And if you could go ahead and hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it so much. And thanks so much for watching. Again, color alongs meet for this color along volume on Mondays and Thursdays right here on my YouTube channel. Videos will post by 10 a.m. Eastern time. And I hope you have a great day today. Thanks so much.